And we're back with Theros Chaos. It's Theros Chaos time. It's time to continue your exploration of the desert or these strange and twisting holes you found yourself within. What happened in the previous session? What do you remember?
Dennis drew all over Sogeg.
Yes, Sogeg
With red
is
paint?
now covered in magical graffiti thanks to Scuds and Dennis, including an
We
animated
freed-
butt that occasionally farts.
It's beautiful.
We freed a goblinoid and we freed a human from the sacrificial pit.
You freed the human, you didn't free the goblin. You turned the goblin invisible, but you didn't actually move him or take his bindings off or anything like that.
He was like a bit incapacitated, wasn't he?
Yes. But you were
Then
taken in front of these Sampire kings and all these cultists around them. As you finally arrived at these blood games you were being transported to.
Yep. And then we entered the arena. Well, we woke up in the arena of darkness and we've just been walking around trying to find each other and
Pretty
bash
much
whatever's in the way.
That sums it up pretty well. After giving a little entry speech, the Arch Necrotect Rakash cast a spell and transported you all scattered into the pyramid of Ishaq. And as you've been exploring, trying to find each other, as you were all separated, a few of you had noticed something moving under the sandstone floor up until it has recently popped out to try and get its murder on. As Scuds would have seen a very ancient looking Sogeg suddenly pop out and sting with a tail, which is why Scuds is currently paralyzed. And Zolt has currently not got any of his stuff because Alamia told him to take it out of his pockets.
Oh yeah, that was funny.
Okay, so we will begin. It is the hobgoblin that was cowering in the corner after trying to deal with Dennis. Dennis, I think you've started trying to fight back because it was definitely coming at you a little bit harsh. So he is going to try and poke you with his javelin.
He's going to do his little check for Spirit Guardian's eye.
Oh yes, what is the Spirit Guardian's check? What is it? A wisdom saving throw?
I believe so.
Well, he's failed it, no matter what save it is.
Oopsies.
Which I believe is 3d6 or 3d8 radiant.
Isn't it? I thought it was only 2.
You've got the spell in front of you, and Pope, and
It's
you've
13.
got it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I do.
13 radiant. Yeah, he is still alive.
So it's cast at level 3.
So does a 20
2d8.
hit?
No, I'm AC
Okay.
21.
Then he's going to try and give it a little further poke and fail miserably. He is terrified. He is being spirit guardians. Is not surviving this very well. Scuds, we're on to you. You are currently paralyzed. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
You got this.
I was gonna say this is roll 20 is gonna be mean though. Let's see.
I don't think I've ever. Yeah. No?
Mid.
I could tell you no.
That is a fail. Yes, you remain paralyzed, which means your rage ends
No.
because you didn't attack. Oh, wait, you took damage though, so yes, you would still be raging. What am I on about? Because it's if you attack or take damage, it stays, and you did take damage in the previous turn.
That works. Okay, fair.
Just get your companion to keep shivving you, so you're fine.
You never know.
Strategies.
It is the Lamia that is currently trapped
Oh wait,
between.
hold on. Does Mr. Burbles get to do anything?
Oh, of course, Mr. Sorry, force a habit of them
he
knowing.
is lazy.
Force a habit of them being on their own separate turn orders. Yes,
Oh,
Mr.
God,
Burble.
speaking of which,
He does nothing.
he gets to roll a d20
It's a
to see if he does.
D20. He's
does do
okay.
something.
He is not being lazy.
Whee.
Good job, Mr. Burbles. You moved 20 feet.
Is he staying
As he
prone?
So
slides
just kinda-
himself. Yeah. He slides himself. He stays prone as he crawls. So you just like hear the singeing of his scales across the bricks. Is he going to get any closer? Can he do anything? He can't see anything. Mr. Burbles, will you dash? Are you smart enough? No. That's the end of his turn.
Okay, fantastic. So the Lamia, in its desperation to get away from this terrifying place, is going to. That's a disadvantage because Zolk's nearby. Desperately claw at the walls, but not be able to do anything. It is trying to scratch through the walls to get away, but cannot get through it. Sogeg, you find yourself in a dark sandstone room.
Well, Sogeg's just sort of was daydreaming. He liked Muscles and Monsters so much. He made his own world. He called it Northern Irlandi, a hellish realm of evil. But then he suddenly hears a note. I recognize the sign of a person getting stung by a scorpion tail and paralyzing them. And knowing that you're not going to ever pass the save. Sogeg away! Oh, it's not a hole. Yay. That's pretty cool. Pogeg, jump on my back. Oh, we're doing it. I've really cocked up there, actually.
So
Yeah.
essentially, they'd be going either before or after your turn,
Yes.
but for movement,
instead,
when you're not like immediately in combat, I don't mind you separating it a bit.
what a hero then. Then I will just beckon Pogeg just to sit on my back. I'm not fully sure if he's actually sentient yet, but I will ask him to man me Ephitonus. I will go here.
Use his clay hands to fire it.
Then Sogeg's gonna think.
Ooh.
Think, Sogeg, think. What would clever Sogeg do? I know what clever Sogeg would do. As knowing that there's going to be evil in this here place on a hold on sec. Yep, it's up to a minute. That's good. It won't be a waste. I know what will beat evil if I glow red. I will glow red by casting Wrathful Smite.
Okay. You are currently glowing blood red.
Glorious. And the next time I hit, make a wisdom saving throw or take
Within the next minute.
In a minute.
Got
I'll get
10
there for a minute.
turns.
Then I've still got an action, so I guess I'll dash. Oh, good job. So Sogeg pats himself on the back for a good job done there.
Is that everything for Sogeg and Pogeg?
On to Pogeg. Pogeg. Not that. I could cast Grease. Be useful. Pogeg is just going to sit on the Ephitonus and he's going to prepare an action to shoot it if someone jumps in front of Sogeg.
Okay.
He's going to shoot him.
Dennis, the hobgoblin tried to stab you with his javelin. It didn't work.
I mean, I bashed him on the head with the mace last round, so I'm just gonna say adios in Undercommon and blop him.
Okay,
Oh,
yeah.
And I get radiant damage as well.
You hit him right in the
Boink.
forehead and just see his skull collapse inwards. He is
No.
very much dead.
You monster.
Cool. See, yeah, I still get movement. So I mean, I'll just root through his pockets to see if he's got anything that can actually be useful.
Give me an investigation check. Okay, sure. Right, give me
I've got
a moment.
-2 in intelligence as well.
Let's have a look what we got. That would be funny to give.
A bone.
Yeah, that works. You find he's got just fairly simple chin thorax armor, so like medium armor. A
Yeah.
couple mundane javelins, mundane sword, and one particular javelin that seems to be constantly like dripping grains of sand, even if you take it away from the floor. A
Okay.
very sandy javelin.
I'll put it in my bag, and with his body, I'll stuff his body in the bag of holding, and well, not the bag of
Okay.
devouring, and then I don't get to move after doing all that, do I? No, so that's me, isn't it?
So you're disposing of his body.
Yep.
That is
No more.
wise
Ever
to
no.
do. You can move. You've still got your full movement. That was an action to do. Just use one action, or your attack action, the first attack to hit him, and the second attack to rifle through his pockets and shove him in the bag.
That's 25 movement, so that's all I get. So yeah, that's me.
Fantastic. Zolt, there is a terrified Lamia trying to scratch at the walls to get away, who also told you to dump all your stuff on the floor. And you can see the only large Skuts, not giant Skuts quite yet, paralyzed and bleeding heavily.
Alright,
This
so
is the way.
an attack of opportunity is only if I move out of engagement with someone, right?
Yes.
Alright, so because we have this funny race rule that we haven't used the entire campaign, I'm going to crawl under the Lamia to the other side of them.
So did I give you
'cause
the
you're
ability
right,
to
you can scurry,
move
can't you?
through people's spaces?
Where is it?
Under the
You
rat
fool.
folk details? Yes, get your scurry. You can move through
There it is.
street space. Fantastic.
We haven't used it the entire campaign.
So, for a rules clarification for everyone, that allies can move through each other's spaces without issue, but you would need an ability like that to move through enemy spaces.
Very nice.
Where the Christ is it?
That is such rat-like.
My only spell slot. Hopefully this does not go badly, Scuts. Here is Lesser Restoration.
They're no longer paralyzed.
Very nice.
However,
Very nice indeed.
ah, fuck.
Oh, for the love of
I
God.
immediately get paralyzed before my next turn. Oh my god!
There's a cost to everything
Roll
I do.
a d4.
The
It's only
Lamia.
one. Okay, going for the Lamia.
I want to finish them off.
Rude.
That's fair. They need to make a dexterity saving throw. It would be a disadvantage because you're still there. So they're going to take 10 points of lightning damage because you lesser restoration Scuts.
And that's me.
Well, if that's
that could have gone worse. Nadryn.
that went surprisingly well. Are you kidding?
That's not supposed to go well.
Still being very careful because there's still that growling
There
noise.
is a strange growling noise coming from further down this way.
That is as far as I can move. Neil is gonna stay where he is.
The strange stone that you found in the chest, did you just put that in your pocket?
Yeah, because I've got 3 things attuned already, and
Okay.
it takes a while to unattune. Otherwise, I would
That's fair, yeah.
definitely attune to it.
Also fair.
But yeah, that's me and Neil
Is
done.
Neil staying stealth in the corner?
Yes, he is.
Okay, give me a stealth check from Neil.
Okay. That's my character sheet, not his. Come on, Neil. Come on, Neil.
All right, he's actually
There we
being stealthy this
go.
time.
He managed to stand in his slime that he was in before, so it helps.
Okay, it is the Mighty's turn. Let's see what he's going to do. Okay, he is going to continue trying to make this not alive anymore.
Respectable.
So, I think he's just going to stick with his claws. So, a 16 to hit. I think will miss. Because your current rage gives you +1 to your AC, doesn't it?
Yes,
So that's why you've got the aura around you, that you've got you and allies get +1 to AC.
Yeah, because my AC is 15,
So that'd be a 16.
Well,
but
that would
meets
be
beats, so it would
meets.
still hit, yeah. So 13 bludgeoning damage, which would drop to 6. And he's going to take some fire damage.
Alright.
And then he's going to try and squish you again. So 4 more bludgeoning damage. He takes more fire damage as you bleed fire on him. And then he's going to sting. That's a 29 to hit.
Oh shit.
So it would be 8 piercing, and then I need a Constitution saving throw.
Ow.
So you only take the poison damage if you fail the save.
Failed the save.
That is a failed save, unless there's any way you can add any points to it retroactively.
I can.
I was going to say, is there any geniuses nearby that can flash?
How many triggers of this have I got left? That is my only one. Have fun.
Okay, that succeeds. So you are not paralyzed. You don't take the 12 poison. And we're back to you, Scuts.
How tall is she? How tall are the ceilings? How big can she realistically try and get right now?
You could probably get one size bigger before you're limited.
Alright, so let's hope nobody else casts anything to make her any larger.
You get the feeling this place has been designed specifically for this Sogeg lookalike.
Alright, so she'll use her bonus action then to use Titanic and become one size larger.
Okay. What else does Titanic do? It makes you grapple a lot easier, I know that.
There we go.
So you would deal an
and I
additional
gain
3
an additional-
damage. Oh, no, 2 damage. It's for each size bigger than medium. And you gain 10 temporary hit points.
Alright, so as she was poisoned and clawed at, and ever so narrowly almost poisoned a second time, she's going to we're just gonna smash.
Smush him.
As she'll take the granny stick and come down with the bludgeoning side. An 18 to hit.
Are you going to recklessly attack?
Yes. Or well, I wasn't sure. Were we trying?
We'll do the Baldur's Gate stuff where it's an option when you know it misses, and that has missed.
Okay. If we want to do it that way, then sure. Fine. I just want to make sure I know what way we're doing it.
Yeah.
So
That will hit.
23. Okay.
Have you sorted the madness plus it'd be an extra 1 from Titanic, so it'd be 12. So that is, jeez, that is 35 bludgeoning damage.
Bloody hell.
Okay. As she'll just keep going with the momentum and come down again and recklessly attack. Does a 21 make it?
A 21 does hit. Doing
Okay.
32.
As she just kind of roars in his face. Mr. Burbles will hear all the hubbub. Oh God. Move another 20 feet. I don't know, can he fit there even?
He wouldn't be able to end his turn there. Would he be able to fit there? Yeah.
Oh no, he can't see Zulk. He can't give you bonded, can he? No.
You'd have to be able to see to give bonded.
Mr. Burbles is angry. He sees that Scuts is injured, and he's actually going to go ahead and use
Well, before he does anything, he
Misty
needs to
Step.
roll a
Oh yeah.
d20.
Oh God, to see if he'll do a thing. Are you going to help, or are you gonna sit there? Damn it! Never mind.
You knew it.
He just
as
sits there.
soon as you know he's needed for something is when you're going to roll a 1 for that.
Oh, what would be really useful? Oh, if he went over there and nope. He just sits down and he's
goes
watching like
prone.
goes prone. Scuts has probably got this, and he just kind of preens his feathers, and that's the turn.
Okay. It is the Lamia that is just going to try and step away from Zulk if you want to take an attack opportunity.
Bonk. Where's the bonk stick? Oh God, I have a lot of attacks. Where it's somewhere in here. Bonk. How is that?
That gives it a nice little bonk.
Oh, good. Do I have that other thing active still?
Are you
is that
following up that bonk with something?
Yes, I am. Good old. I guess they're hungry.
So, what's this from? What's causing this? Is it one
This
of
is
your
from
epithets?
mutated.
This is the mutated epithet, which is
No, wait, wrong
yeah,
one.
when you hit a target with a melee attack, they must make a con save.
Yeah. There we go.
They're still at disadvantage, so that's a fail. And then let's have a look. If you consume the flesh of a creature, right? There's no creatures nearby to eat, but they are very, very hungry. But they're going to continue running the hell away, and again start trying to claw at the walls. At least this time, not at disadvantage. Okay. So they are going to disappear. Sogeg.
Sogeg, hearing the pleas of his friends, he touches his Ison and he channels my innate blood sense. I use my blood sense, which is my implicit. I have a 300 foot. I've been zoomed in, so I don't know where anyone is. But within 300 feet, where's blood here?
Zoom right out.
Now I'm zoomed out.
So it's everything within 300 feet that's alive.
Yes.
So there is something in that direction. Something
Okay.
in that direction. That direction.
Don't do this to me.
That direction. 2 things in that direction. Another thing in that
Oh.
direction. Hold on. Actually, 3 things in that direction. Because you'll see the entire map with this.
Whee!
1 in that direction. 1 there. 1 there. 1 there. 1 there. 1 there. And 1 there.
There's a
That's
lot of stuff in here, everyone. Handley, it's literally everywhere. Then, actually, first in this
Because
turn...
you don't get the distance, do you? Just, you know, the directions.
No, just the general direction. Pogeg is actually going to root around in Sogeg's pockets. And I don't know how he does it without fingers. But he picks out the Javelin of Lightning. And I'm going to load the Ephitonus with the Javelin of Lightning with Pogeg's turn.
Smart.
And then Sogeg... This is going to keep walking along, doing his little chant. Ooh! I point out.
You see
Who goes
a
there?
very injured Lamia that is just covered in sand.
Does it look scared?
It looks terrified.
This angers me greatly. I look to the beast and I say, cowardice in such a wonderful place. I won't have it. The blood games need blood. I point to the Lamia and I go, fight me, you knave. And I use my free compelled duel to compel it to duel me.
Okay.
The wisdom saving
is that a
throw.
wisdom save? That is a fail. It is
Fight
compelled to
me!
fight you.
As I will use this as a
You're
as
going to
a
claim its head?
I will claim its skull. And then compel duels as bonus action. I think I'm going to throw a javelin. I've not done this in a very long time.
You're actually going to throw a javelin?
To throw a javelin. Because the best thing is this a humanoid?
That is a good question. Are Lamias considered humanoids? So, normally they're not, but how did I word it for the actual race? Creature type is monstrosity as well as humanoid, so it is a humanoid.
The second time in this campaign I've got to use Mankiller. It's beautiful. As I look to it and I say, fight me! As I hurl a beautiful javelin. Swing!
I was going to say it will get partial cover just from the stuff in the way, but it doesn't matter. You skewer it from a distance.
Oh shit!
You get a headshot and just fully pin it to the wall. It just crawled through.
I yell out a majestic
Go
offer to
ahead
Mogus.
and give yourself 2 story points for that.
So I shout out, "This skull is for Mogus!" As I also will yell out, "No one gets to take that skull. That's mine. That is my skull.
Bagsy.
No one take it." As I have the rest of my movement, I'm going to, as fast as I can, scuttle over to pick up the skull. Oh! And go 20 feet. Pow.
Okay.
Hello.
You see another humanoid. This time in full panoply, Zeiston like yourself, and the panoply shield, taking a defensive position in the corner.
I slowly, like a crab, or like my crab legs scutter about as I just turn in place like a tank. And I'll point to him and just say, "Are you afraid?" Does he respond?
Let's add him to the initiative and see how he feels.
Is he afraid?
Well, you'll find out on his turn.
Sogeg likes this place. This is a cool place. Then Pogeg's got these thing in the thingbob. That's my turn.
Okay.
Oh, and I should say, so Thingy's... Oh, actually, I always forget, because I had Ruffle Smite on
You
his...
had Ruffle
It's my melee. It's only melee.
only, yeah.
So I've still got that
Yeah.
in my. No, I don't, because I was compelled dueling.
Which is
And I've ruffled
concentration.
smack drops.
Which isn't concentration when you use it as skull taking.
You're right. Thank you for that amazing epithet. Yay! Then I will keep my. I'm still glowing red, if that
Okay.
matters.
Dennis.
Certainly, Dennis just goes, I'm going for a run. And he just decides to go running. He's mighty dwarf run.
Okay.
Just want to make sure that I'm not cheating.
You break
Kill
it.
into a good old dwarven sprint.
What is that?
You
Is that a fire
see,
pit?
It
What I can
is
see.
a brazier that is lit with fire. This gold brazier.
Okay. That's all I can see. And I'll shout,
What you
hello?
can see is,
Is anyone in
a
there?
large chamber, and the only thing lighting it that you can see from that distance, is there is a lit fire pit essentially.
Great.
Yeah.
I mean, good job I've got dark
Yes.
vision, so I can see anyway. So, but
Uh,
that's the end of my turn.
Zolk.
Well, the Lamia still ran away and went through a fucking wall.
Larry ran away, went through a wall, and then you heard a thunk and a wet slop.
I think it's safe to assume that my prey has been stolen.
You can't put a person with a skull in front of Sogeg and not expect. That's your fault. That's on
Well,
you.
Scuds can
Can
play
you
hop
use
skip.
Skull Taker on something that doesn't have a skull?
I'll find a
We'll
way.
find that out when we get to it.
Well, Scuds can play hop skip jump as I crawl underneath them to get to the other side. And a grand old spending some charges.
And also note that you are within 10 feet of Ishaq.
What does that mean?
Thinks he's at disadvantage on his saving throws.
Oh, grand. He'll need that right now. Was it level 5, was it again? Oh, it is, yeah. Here is a grand old lightning bolt.
Okay. Dexterity saving throw. Not good at these.
Nice.
He is going to take a good old 32 lightning damage.
And on the bell. Oh, shit.
Ooh.
And then everybody, including Zolt, must make Constitution saving throws.
I've got no flashes left anymore, by the way.
Zolk.
That is a success from Ishaq.
My
A
DC
success
is
from
15.
everyone. Oh, actually,
Oh,
no,
shit.
Is Mr. Burbles within range?
20 feet radius.
Yes, Mr. Burbles would be in range.
Oh, dear.
So only Mr. Burbles will take 2d10 necrotic damage.
I'm sorry, Burbs. I'm very sorry, Burbs.
Ooh, 14 necrotic.
You just hear like a chicken scream as he gets like damaged out of nowhere while he was just sitting there. Maybe he'll do something now though.
And a grand old bonus action of I forgot to add to the dice for this, so if he fails this, there's another d8.
Who fails it?
Another d8.
Oh, burb.
Good birdie burn.
Yeah, that is a solid 22 fire damage. Okay, you've definitely done a number on him.
That's me.
Well done. Nadryn.
Will we have heard Sogeg shouting?
Give me a perception check for both you and Neil.
There's Niels and perception. Go.
No,
Nope, we have no idea.
you have no idea.
We're just gonna keep heading down this way then. I'll go for Neil first.
Sneaking. Is he sneaking?
Yeah.
Give me a stealth check.
Built. Good job, Neil.
Damn, he's sneaky.
He's very sneaky.
I mean, he's supposed to be very sneaky.
Whether he wants to be
Whether he
sneaky
wants
or
to
not
be
is
or
a different
not.
matter.
As you go further down, the rumbling, growling sound seems to come further from this direction.
Okay. I'll leave him there. That'll get me to there. And I will also try and be sneaky about this. That's probably not going to go so well.
Not quite. You slip and stumble a bit on Neil's slime trial.
It makes him easy to find, but it can be a bit difficult to navigate sometimes.
And as you stumble along and suddenly make a loud sound as you have to brace yourself against the wall, the growling pauses for a moment before a much throatier, you'd almost call it like an animalistic braying comes from that direction, from further down this way.
I will, stand with my back against the wall, clamp my hands over my mouth. And, just be pretty scared. Neil is gonna be
I need to whisper
bodyguard.
this roll, as it's going to whisper. Okay. Neil would notice a distinct stench of rot and decay wafting from that area, coming closer. And then we're on to Ishaq, who has actually taken some damage, surprisingly.
I'll be good.
Okay. What is Ishaq going to do in this particular point? He's kind of surprised he's actually being injured in any capacity. So I think he's just going to keep it relatively simple. And I need, don't worry about the measurement. Let's have a look. It is.
If he's opened his mouth, I swear to God.
Oh,
I can instantly see the measurement. No!
Okay.
Get away.
I need Scuds and Zolk to make charisma saving throws, please.
Charisma.
Oh God, if he's as charismatic as Sogeg, you're knackered.
This isn't a charm, is it?
It is not, no.
Okay, I don't get
It's
disadvantage.
more of an, if I would put a word to it, it would be an unyielding glare.
Right. Crap.
Oh no, it looks like when Granny gets mad.
As you both fall prone, forced to kneel before Ishaq the Mighty.
He has at-ranged prone.
He has ranged prone damage. Let's go. Okay.
Fucking-
Burbles looks jealous.
He gets his prone sight.
He gets prone breath. Not fair.
Then he has okay, so he gets one. He will split his attacks this time, so he's going to try and claw out at Scuds. It'll be normal because you're both prone. A 19 to hit, doing 17 more bludgeoning damage, which drops to 8. Takes 5 more fire from just the fact that you bleed fire, which has probably done the most damage to him so far. And he's then going to try and lash out with his stinger at Zolk. A 24 to hit, doing 14 piercing.
Again.
Are you going to try and make him roll again?
Yeah.
It's a good thing you made him roll again.
that was good.
Well done.
Oh my god.
Okay.
You beautiful annoyance, you.
You little bastard. Skirt.
Actually using my character sheet.
My God. So you are currently
Oh,
prone
gosh, I don't.
as you're kneeling before him, but you can use half your movement to stand up again.
Yeah, because she's not using it for anything else. I think she would just be off the fight from Perforos. I think she would just be going.
Are you? That will
We'll
hit, so you
take it as-
don't need to recklessly attack yet. You can choose to do so if you miss the next one.
Oh, okay.
So that
I've got it
is
back. Yeah.
23 more damage.
She just. She's so mad that the ceiling is here. She just wants to get bigger and smash more stuff.
Yeah, Scuds doesn't do well
she will
indoors
then-
anymore.
No. It's
Respectful.
getting kind of cramped in here. As she will recklessly attack
Okay.
again.
That would be a disadvantage because of Zolk, and then at normal if you're reckless attacking. So that first roll is still
Oh,
going to
okay.
miss. Essentially, if you
Okay,
took that
and
as
the
your
second one will-
disadvantage roll, and then it would be taking the first roll if you were recklessly attacking.
Okay. Yeah, so then I guess I wouldn't hit those.
Yeah, you wouldn't have recklessly attacked then.
Can I turn one of those into a success?
Are you going to turn one into a success?
Yeah. I'll turn the last one into a success using failing successfully.
Okay. Doing 27 more bludgeoning damage.
Wish I did it before I rolled the nat one, but it's okay. It reminded me to use it.
Now, does Burbs do anything?
Rolled 2 natural ones in a row. All right. He got shook awake by
Hulk's necrotic
Zolk.
damage.
Oh, and Zolk's prone. He doesn't have the ability to move from Alright, so he's going to use Misty Step to move next to Zolk.
So Mr. Burbs can go through allied spaces, he just can't end his turn on them. But Zolk can go through anyone's spaces as long as he doesn't end the turn on them.
Yeah, he can't get over it.
Oh, of course, because he's not got enough movement because he's staying prone. Okay.
He could sluggishly push himself over here. But he was I guess he can do that. We can do that instead. We'll
it
save
would be
the
away
we'll save the
from
points.
Zolk's stinky aura.
Yeah.
At least one of
he's
them,
mad at
anyway.
him. Mr. Burbles just squawks and like grumbles, looking at Zulk as he shuffles his way over to the other. I'm not sure exactly. He would be able to make it to the corner. And he's just mad. He's mad. He got slashed with whatever damage. He was just laying there, preening his feathers, minding his own business. He just wants some snacks, and he's going to try to be useful for once. We're gonna use matchstick claws. It would. We could probably use the. We could probably use bonded, but we'll do that later. He's gonna do matchstick
Hold on.
claws.
Prone. You have disadvantage on melee attack rolls while you're prone. So he could have gotten over there while prone and then stood up with the remaining of his movement speed.
Yeah.
Okay. Good, because you don't want to lose out on those rolls.
No. No. He's
So
he
first
moved.
of all,
He's doing
is
stuff.
12, 16. And then it's 20 plus 16, so 36. And then another 4 plus 8, so another 12. Wow, that's ridiculous. And then he
Scarce
needs to
is
make
just
2
like-
saving throws to see if his armor sets on fire. He's still within range of Zulk.
Oh shit.
So first roll is a success, and the second roll is a fail. So at the start of each of Mr. Burbles' turns, Ishaq's armor class is going to go down by 1, unless he manages to put out the fire.
I imagine right before this happened, Scuts was just like, Mr. Burbles, come on, do something. Oh, help out and you'll get some chocolate jerky. And he finally acted, acted like he wants some snacks. He's like, okay. So he got some strikes in, and then he's had No, we're not gonna do. Nah, we're good. No bonus. No bonus action. Oh, can we shove? Are we doing bonus action?
You can
shoves?
bonus action shove if you want.
Mr. Burbles, shove him!
How are we doing the shoves?
We've been
Okay,
playing too
I
many
need
bonus
his
games.
athletics check.
Oh, he's got a +9!
Versus it's still a check, so it'd be at disadvantage. That's a fail. Okay, what is Mr. Bose's strength?
20, so a +5.
So you would move him essentially to there before it hits the wall.
He just growls and hisses, and then looks at Scuts waiting for a treat. Immediately just head cocked and now after doing nothing, he did something. And that's the turn.
He made up for himself. The dead Lamia is still slumped against the wall. And then there is the champion, who, after being called out, what did you call out to him, Sogeg?
I think I asked if he was afraid.
He was afraid. The warriors of Akros are never afraid. Just tactically sound, as he holds his shield forward and points his Zyson towards you.
I respect it. Unless he stabs me.
He's not going to stab you. He's just going to stay there cautiously defensive, almost like he's readying it to attack you if you came close.
No.
Well, it's your turn, Sogeg.
I will hold up my signet ring hand and I will just tell him to come to the aid of his king. Does he any response to that?
Give me a persuasion
look.
check.
I do twirl my moustache.
He seems shocked to see such a signet ring on a half man, half scorpion.
I
But
say
he doesn't
the
seem
time
immediately.
of
He hasn't
revenge.
immediately thrown his javelins at you, so it's definitely a shocked, not offended.
Oh, I got to think what I'm going to do. I don't think I'm just going to stab him. I think I'm going to be cool about it. I'm just going to look to him and say, it's not for the soldier class to question authority. You see my ring? This gives me control of you. To my aid. So I'm going to scuttle off. Doo-dee-doo-dee-doo. 20. Oh, just go over his head. Is this guy's skull gone?
It's currently got a javelin pinning it to the wall.
I will then just, because I don't see Ishaq here, I will attempt to crush the skull in offering to
Okay, give me an athletics check.
as I have chosen the athletic unarmed combat. I have advantage. Pow! My guns! Oh, come off it. Give me a sec. Give me a sec. Give me a sec. I think I'm thinking of the wrong character here. Can I do anything? No, I can't.
As you go to crush this Lamia's skull, you can hear a few of the already fractured bone pieces bending, but you don't crumple the skull in the way you'd want to.
That makes me angry. I'm just going to very quickly look through my stupidly long. Got Spirit Shroud. That's cool. Then Sogeg will just spit. No, Words of Power is in action, right? For some reason, it's not written down.
It is an
It's
action,
definitely
yes.
action. Then I will just slightly pout. No, I will. I will dash. What am I on about? I'll dash. 1, 2. Huh. Hello.
You see it.
I still can't actually see Ishaq. I don't know he's here yet, so I
You
will.
see a giant and wounded Scuds.
Yeah, you see like probably the rear end of her hunched down while she's trying to like fit back in, like just a bunch of fluff. God.
Is
Well,
that everything? Is Pogeg doing
Not
anything?
quite yet. He will. I'd say like Sogeg doesn't really. He's not very good at reading the room. I'll just be like, this place is the best. Look, games. As Pogeg, being as eternal as he is, sees Scuts in danger, in pain. Can he do anything remotely useful? Not really. I can cast Grease on you. You know what?
Do it!
Pogeg's going to do it. He looks to Scuts, and Pogeg knows what'll fix the situation. I cast Grease.
That'll stop the bleeding. Let's go.
I cast Grease there.
Sure.
The 4.
Is it flammable?
It is.
Okay.
It's DM. It's up to DM that one, but it is made of
Scuds.
bacon grease.
It is flammable. Scuds, make a
Yay.
dexterity saving throw.
Yes. Okay.
Actually, considering Mr. Burbles has just walked through it and he does leave his fiery paw prints everywhere, I imagine it would immediately explode.
Ooh.
If
Was
it's close
on
enough to
this
touch him, it
10
would
square.
probably ignite.
Yeah. So
Really?
I will give
What?
Pogeg a chance to not
Have you done a
grease
poo?
into the fire.
No, I'm well. If Zolk doesn't want it to happen, then don't do it. But I'm down.
We have an emote
I
of
have
me
no issue
doing
with
burn the
this.
world for a reason.
Pogeg nods.
Mr. Burbles is resistant.
Let
And
the
so is
explosion
Scuds,
be
so-
done. I explode there, yes.
Okay.
Power of grease.
Let's just do it
As also...
so it would be 7 points of fire damage to Scuds of Mr. Burbles. You would halve that to 3.
None of it reaches Ishaq.
Nope.
No. Okay.
As it should
Literally
be.
as far away from Ishaq as you can possibly cast it.
Does this hit me?
Nice.
It does not hit you now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's
Uh,
literally
Pogeg
like
will-
here-ish.
Go
Oh,
back
Mr.
on
Burbles is immune to fire, so we're good.
the... Pogeg will go back on the Ephetonus, satisfied in himself, and I pass my turn.
You did good. Dennis.
Yeah, hello. I move 25 feet in.
Okay, just rushing straight in.
Nothing there.
You see
Oh.
a wide circular chamber with a set of gilded stairs leading up. You get the feeling you have found the central chamber of the pyramid.
Okay. I dash 25 feet, which is to there. So that's my full movement. That's all I can do.
Are you trying to go
There's
up
no
the
other action.
stairs?
Yes.
Are you sure you want to go up the stairs alone?
The
I
winds.
guess not. I was just I'm just trying
Coward.
to see what.
I mean,
what's
you
actually
found an
happening
important area. The fact that you now know where the central chamber is will be useful.
Yeah.
It's whether or not you want to explore any further up by yourself, or whether or not you want to try and find everyone and bring them here.
Yeah, that was the aim, but I was hoping there was going to be something down here. Seeming that there was like some big combat going on. I was hoping it was gonna be it.
Almost. You can hear combat from the other side of these walls.
I've got an idea though. I've got a spell that can get me through the wall. It's called melding stone, or
Yeah, meld
you
into
can create
stone.
a doorway.
A great spell.
Yep.
You can also just
Yep,
hit the
alright.
wall really hard with your hammer and hope you can just make
Yeah.
a space.
That's another turn to get there. So that's me.
True.
Yeah, that's 35 feet. So
Okay.
I can't run there. See you later.
Zolk. Ishaq has been pushed into your face.
Yeah, it's not quite how I anticipated things going. But if there's something I've learned, it's I'm not going to actually hit him, so we're going to start with Bucket.
Yeah,
Sometimes
fire
you
bucket
just gotta
in,
book it.
and it is a dex save. That is a fail.
Grand old extra D8 for forgetting to sort my
Okay,
sheet.
for 25 points of fire damage.
On a bonus action.
Okay.
And you're fine, right, Scots?
She's good. She's bleeding, but she's not. You've seen worse.
Okay, let me just read my skull real quick. I need to remember how many charges this takes.
Not a good sign.
Don't worry about it.
I'm sure it'll
Wait,
be
what?
fine.
What happens when this goes to 0 again?
It has the potential
no.
of exploding and never being able to be used again.
Oh, shit. What do I need to roll?
Let me have a look at
on a
worth,
1.
yeah, Mysterious Rat Skull. If it goes to 0 charges, or when it's on 1 charge remaining. Oh, sorry, no, it's at 0 charge remaining. I was reading it wrong. You roll a d20. On a 1, it explodes, and you can never use it again. On a 20, it regains all of its charges.
I like them odds.
Oh wait, no, I learned a spell because we leveled up. Where can I put? How big of a radius is this explosion? 20-foot radius. Oh Christ! If I stick it there, does it only hit Ishaq? Okay, I'd like to fireball the corner.
Fireball the corner. Okay.
Oh fuck!
You fireball into the corner, and you feel the entire pyramid shake from the damage of this exploding fireball. As he takes 31 fire damage, and you see, in shock, Ishaq, the mighty scorpion, in his sort of almost not really paying much attention to what he's doing, actually stumble and fall.
Ooh.
Huh. Oh, I need to click on myself. Oh, but I'm on that.
Oh, Mark, that you have chewed through his first hit bar.
Of many.
Well, on the bright side, I get to run away.
Yeah, he is considered essentially killed in this stage. When it gets to his turn again, he will probably stand back up again. Because you can see that while you have hurt him, he's actually felt the pain. There's not a lot of damage on him.
I respect this guy.
And with bell power, I end up here.
Oh yes, you must immediately run away from everybody else.
And then I am. That is my turn.
Okay. Nadryn.
Neil's gonna go first.
Towards the stink.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just gotta stink.
He's gonna get
I
here.
need Neil to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
I think I know what this is.
You hear a strange, demented mooing sound.
What?
Okay, well done. You are immune to the stench of the Catoblepus.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Neil should not have gone this far, and is going right after me. He is gonna try to guide.
You killed one of these at like level 3. You're fine.
He's gonna try and guiding spittle it.
Okay. That's a miss.
Really, Neil?
Neil!
My God, Neil.
Really, really.
It's a
gives and
+9
takes,
to
doesn't
hit.
he?
Really dropping the ball there. Very disappointed.
And then he can get to here, and he's gonna do 2 of his other attacks.
With little nibbly bites. That will hit.
You were so close, Neil.
It was so close. That will miss.
Neil!
It's really disappointing sometimes. That will be him. And I am going to... I don't remember how to fight a cat bleepers.
Yeah, what do they do?
Breathe a lot.
I am going to cast Magic Missile.
Okay.
It's supposed to be at a higher level. I didn't mean to click that. Usually asking me if I want to cast it at that level. I will cast it at 3rd level.
Okay. That's 7 missiles. But first of all, we need to roll for your paradoxical missile. So roll 2d8 for me. You can choose between cold or fire damage.
I'll go for fire. And that's how much? 7d6?
Well, no, you cast it at level 3, aren't you?
Yeah.
So it's 3 normally, 4, so it'll be 5. So it'll be 5d6 plus 5.
5d6 plus 5. Dice roller, please behave. Plus 5 onto that.
Okay, so 19 damage.
I think that's... Do I want to do anything else? I should have twin spelled it, but oh well. Yeah, that'll be us.
Okay. It is the Catoblepus's turn. And it is going to turn to Neil that is currently gnawing on his foot and open its bestial jaws as this sickly purple gas escapes. I need Neil to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
That's a curveball. God damn.
Okay. Takes 46 necrotic damage.
Ooh.
Oh my god.
Ooh. Ooh.
Remind me how we beat one of these before?
Yeah, by
We
ganging
hit
up
it
on it
really
and just
hard.
beating it to death.
The old classic.
The old classic.
We've done that enough times.
I start shining my spear tactically.
Okay, let's see how Ishaq is feeling on the floor. He's pretty stunned. You can see he's more catching his breath than anything, as a lot of the wounds that you'd inflicted on him begin to put themselves back together. As well, he is going to sink into the stone.
A word.
Take a breather. Scuts.
Where'd he go? Scuts bangs her knee on the ground and is in a lot of pain. I missed what happened. I literally just hit my knees so hard on my
Oof.
desk.
Uh,
You're like, it's your turn, and I'm like,
so Ishaq,
took
well,
damage this round.
on the floor, it's just his wounds started putting themselves back together again, and he just almost stunned by the fact that he was felled. Actually had to put any effort in, felt pain, has burrowed back into the ground.
This place is filled with so many weenies. She'll turn around and see her best friend Sogeg and exit her rage as she's like, "Hey, Sogeg."
Hello.
Mr. Burbles goes back prone and begins preening himself. Wait. 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 I forgot my master plan because I hit my knee. It says on the whiteboard what I was gonna do. I want to use my bonus action. He's not here, but I'm still gonna do it. Ishaq the Mighty, my ass. Let's see, what do we got? We're gonna dig in the granny bag for there we go. I'm in so much pain. I'm so sorry. I'll be fine in a minute. I'm gonna grab
Oof.
I'm gonna grab an ice pack, but like
Which one do you want? There is one of the giant ants that you shoved into the bag,
Oh, no.
or there's the carcass of the alpha fish that you put in there.
Because Sogeg's in range and I want to hear you be the cranky ant again. Gus is gonna pull out the ant.
Okay, let me try and find where the ant is. And
Is
try
this the ants I was having an argument with?
This
Yeah.
is
I'm having an argument with some ants.
those ones, yeah.
Yeah.
Are you just placing it next to you?
Yeah. She's just gonna bring it out and be like, "Hey, I need some help."
You can hear it squeaking and panicking. You can see that it's not had the best of times at Granny's. It definitely has more legs than an ant would typically have, and not all of them seem to work properly.
Guts begins rethinking some of her life
I'm going
choices.
to just quickly swap it with this
The end
one.
of her turn.
There we go.
Alright.
And I need to add it to the initiative because I guess we've got this now. We have the dead bodies. Okay, and then you have the giant ant. The in fear and in this sudden place that it's no longer being experimented on. It's running the fuck away. It's out of here.
Respectable.
It's on there. There we go. I will remove it from the turn order as it will just scurry the hell away. Well, you now know there's a giant ant somewhere in here.
Won't be bad for us.
It is the champion's turn, and it is going to try and catch up with Sogeg, as that is his orders to do so.
Good on him. Good lad.
Sogeg.
I look to him and just sort of like do the Acroan pat to the breastplate. Does he do it in return, or does he look angry at
He
me?
certainly does. It gives you the full Crowan royal salute.
Oh, I've got to find out. I've got to be able to make him red. I respect him a lot. I could give him a red cap. He's not a skeleton, is he?
He is a humanoid.
Damn. Could only kill him, really.
He does have a very juicy skull that pokes with
I
one.
look to him and say, for Akros. Plus Mogus.
Gives
I will
the
charge
salute for
force.
Akros. He's going to try and keep up with you.
And I will sneakily, as I do the salute, I'll be like, I'll dabble in the try. I'll try and like gaslight him, and I'll just like turn it into like a sneaky triangle above the head. It's like a new version.
Give me a
Our new
deception check.
salute. Did I not say that I twirled my mustache extra hard? Deception. Not at advantage.
He seems to think that it was more of a slip up rather than anything you did purposefully.
I'll get him. So I will run forward. Say, hey, Skirts. Is my Grandpappy in here? I swear I heard my Grandpappy. Where is he?
She looks back and forth and shrugs, very poorly obscuring the fact that she just put together that might have been her Grandpappy that Mr. Burbles just like
Yeah, imagine you immediately like,
annihilated.
hold on, another Sogeg has appeared. Is this one going to attack me as well?
Is Scuts covered in blood currently?
That's up to
Yeah.
Scuds based on how badly damaged you are.
She's definitely like dripping some pools underneath a little bit.
See,
Not critical though.
Sogeg's like a bit restless, and you can see that he's kind of annoyed that he's not had as much blood in the blood games as you have. But Sogeg respects game, so I walk forward one and sort of begrudge on sight. You praise Mogus, and I will slap 45 lay on hands on Scuts.
Wait, what is happening? Wait, Sogeg, are you healing someone?
What?
It's because she's bloodier than me. It was only if she was bloodier than me. That's the only way Mogus will allow it.
Come on! I earned all that. So
As-
why'd you put it back?
I put all the blood in because I'm a bit of a poor sport, and I'm just like, heh.
She can
Now
tell
I can
you
be the
you only
bloodiest.
healed her because you're jealous too. She can feel the seething like jealousy through the magic as you heal her. Like they're not health points. You're literally like fueling
The
her with spite.
Angry points. And then I will move here. Can I smell Kotoblapath somewhere? Where is it?
Give me a perception check.
I use my eyes, and I will dabble in a little bit of that. I can sense blood. Perception. Don't know why I keep
Okay.
going about it.
What I'll say is that the bloodiest creature out of all the ones that you can detect is... Oh, hold on. That's still on the cone. In that direction.
Sogeg's mind's been blown because of my own drama in the middle of my head. I thought it was Scuts and Zolk at danger of the Toglepass. Although...
Well, Scuds was the bloodiest creature for a moment, and then you spike put that back in, so...
Interesting. Then, with my bonus action, I'm still holding on to this goddamn Wrathful Smite. It's me,
Zolk's right
Wrathful.
there.
I just want to stab something. And like slowly wheel around and see Zolk. You just like saliva coming out of Sogeg's mouth.
Although don't
one would
forget you
ever know.
curse. If
No one
Zolk
would
takes
ever
damage,
know.
so do you.
That's true.
It's roughhouse with Mr. Burbles. Maybe it will rile him up into combat and he won't just lay there.
Then instead,
Like-
I will just stand.
Fetch with a javelin.
The one
Yeah.
time you wanted to actually use Wrathful's Might as an actual attack.
I will just shout out for Ratcross, for Pogeg. Wee.
Is Pogeg
And
going
I'll
to do
move
anything?
to Pogeg's turn. Pogeg will do something, I think. You know what? What Pogeg's going to do is cast Grease. Going to grease there.
It will
10-foot square.
immediately set on fire from Mr. Burbles' flaming footprints.
Pogeg, you crazy. Pogeg is satisfied and slumps back on
Okay.
the Epitonus.
Dennis. Well, in the central chamber of the pyramid.
I've been reading all my spells, so
Always useful.
finally decided what is the best course of action here.
There's a lot of spells
So-
a cleric can do.
I'm going to move to here, and I'm going to use this.
Oh, nice.
Okay, yeah. You'll be able to go through the wall if you want
So I
to.
have to drop
It's not
because it's
concentration,
an in. Okay,
so no, you wouldn't have to drop your spirit guardians.
so yeah, I do that to the wall.
Are you
and
going through it? Because I'll
Yes.
move you through it. So yeah, there you go. And you can see the
Okay.
hind of a giant ant scuttling away
Sure,
on
that
far
is
too many
a-
legs than it should have for an
action.
ant.
That was my move. I've got my action. I can't attack, so that was it. Yep, that's me.
Okay. Zolk.
Because that was my move. And then...
The rat got distracted and now has no idea what it's going to do at the moment.
What would you do? What would you do in this moment?
I would be annoyed that I have no spell slots. However, if there is something I have learned,
No
It's-
spell slots.
if there's
no.
something I've learned, it's that lick counts towards touch. So I'm going to cure wounds, Scots.
Ring the bell.
I swear to God. I
Okay.
swear to God.
I need the Zolk, Scuds, and Sogeg to make strength saving throws. Disadvantage because you're too close to Scuds or to Zolk.
I failed my own save.
Annoyingly, everyone around me would get +3 to their saves because of.
Wonderful. It doesn't make a
Paladin.
difference.
My DC is 15, I'm
DC
sorry.
15.
Scuds are passed then.
It's a critical fail, which on a saving throw.
Oh, yes.
It's only ability checks that it doesn't really matter.
Versus.
So
Does that recharge my?
that does because
Ooh.
you rolled a natural 1. Yes.
Yeah. All right.
So we're
not the
getting
end of the
something
world.
out.
Let's
Failure.
see what everyone's.
Ultra
So,
plan.
shall I roll for everyone, or do you want to do it, Zolk?
So for me,
Because you've got to, actually click on your token to do so.
Oh.
we've got-
Okay.
You steal my face, I
We
swear to God.
have 5 players, or 4 other players. So, you suddenly turn into a exact copy of Dennis.
Ooh. Just the face, right?
Just the face.
That's awful.
So it's this big red fiery beard on this tiny rat body.
Oh.
That's hilarious.
That's hilarious.
Sogeg.
I swear to
Go
God.
again.
Also, let's see.
Oh my God.
Okay, turn into.
But I'm too beautiful.
Also going to turn into Dennis.
Army of Dennis.
Oh.
Same one.
Dennis is the best. You've
Wait,
really
what?
been menaced. there.
Okay, Dennis's face or entire head splits down the middle, forming
While she tries
two
to look at each version
halves.
of Dennis on either side of her.
It still works perfectly normal. You just essentially from your neck up, your head sort of just splits.
Someone,
Yeah.
quick, look to see how big her brain is.
And that's for the next 8 hours, or unless you get magical healing. But it does mean you're now immune to Zolk's Aura of Chaos.
Yep.
Fortunately,
Have 2 Dennis heads.
for it'd just be the beard poking out of mine, because I do have a death mask on.
True.
So just be a
You
ginger
suddenly
beard.
sprout a very glorious fiery beard.
Beautiful.
Would I be warping
Mr.
Pogeg
Burbles
as well?
thinks all of this is normal.
You would be warping Pogeg as well, unless they gave
Oh.
Pogeg the ability to not
me a
be
sec.
changed by things.
Magical resistance. I have advantage on this save, but it's a strength save, so that's not going to go well for
Immutable
me.
form cannot be altered.
Yes.
Aww.
He looks to Zolk and says he is already perfection.
Yeah, I had a feeling he had immutable form.
Oh dear.
Behold.
He is already
What's up with that,
perfect. Is that everything you want to do?
Yeah.
Wonderful. Nadryn. You are dealing with the Cataplepus.
I am. I don't like this.
I'm sure you can solo it. Well, you're not even soloing it. You've got
Actually,
Neil
it's
with
not
you.
two.
Yeah. Oh, I never rolled to see if Neil gets
Yeah,
his
Neil needs to see if he gets his spit back.
thing back. Yeah, he did. We're just gonna bite.
That's gonna miss.
Neil,
That's gonna
come
miss.
on!
Come on, Neil. Hey, got one in there. He's trying his
going to
best.
stop hanging around Mr. Burbles.
He's hanging around Mr. Burbles too much. He's getting lazy.
He's learning the ways of the house pet. Next, he's gonna want your cookies.
He already went around sneaking, trying to steal food from people. I will point that out. Neil has already done that. And I am going to... God, what am I gonna do? I feel really stuck here. I don't like this.
Now you've got this. It's only a Cataplepus.
Only.
They didn't take the entire party to kill last time you fought one. But you were also, what, level 3 or 4? You're level 9. You've got this.
We will do an upcast of magic missile again.
Okay.
To level 3. And twin spell it.
Because you're all targeting the same creature.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, because it's level 3, it's 3 sorcery points, I believe?
Yes. So first of all, give me the 2d8.
8.
That is either force or thunder damage.
Could be a bad idea, but I'm gonna go thunder.
For thunder, okay. And then you would
It's
get...
loud, it might attract the party's attention.
It would be loud. It would be a good way of getting people to work out where you go, if anyone can hear it.
Yeah.
Can we hear it?
Well, we'll
If the
find
party
out.
can hear it,
So,
well,
first of all, it'd be 10d6 plus 10.
okay, so plus
In tunnels, that's going to be so loud.
10.
Like poor eardrums.
10d6 plus 10.
Wow, that was a really poor roll.
Pretty
It
damage.
really was.
So that's
That's
45
so many
damage.
ones.
It's 35 damage.
Yeah, it's including the plus 10
Alright.
as well.
Yeah, it's including the plus 10.
Brutal.
That's so many ones.
That's a lot of 1s and 2s.
You're a sorcerer. Can't you re-roll ones, though? Or did he change? I know you can do something. There was an ability that was like one of your base abilities that allowed you to change wands when you do like one of your abilities where you can not target people. I'm sure you can change the wands or re-roll them.
It might be a
Sorry, I don't mean to meta game.
a sorcery point ability,
I think
or
it
it's
is. I think it
the
is.
elemental adept, which I don't think Nadryn has.
No,
Yeah.
I don't have
Gutted.
that.
And I think the only
I'm-
sorcery ones you've got
fair
is
dues.
twin spell and
I've got twin spell and quicken spell.
quickened. Yeah.
They're equally good. But, sorry, I just thought you
Um,
might have been missing something there because I was like, that would have been
Shout.
epic.
It would have been so
Yeah,
useful.
would have been.
It is when you roll ones like that.
Yeah.
God.
Fucking sucks.
Also, I need everyone else to give me perception checks.
Oh no.
Right, to see whether you can hear the thunder.
At disadvantage next to Zolk, is it?
Nope, because you have Dennis's face.
You're
Oh,
mutated now.
You're mutated, so long as you remain mutated, you don't get affected by Zolk's
And you
ability.
rolled the same. Oh, you didn't roll the same as me. You're stupid. I'm not.
Oh.
I was going to say, surely he gets the same roll as me if he's got the face of me. Oh,
Almost. He's got the
Epic
face
Dennis
of you,
mode.
but not the body of you. He's not perfect.
Bless him.
Okay.
Bless him.
So I think the only person that would fully hear it would be Dennis. But with Dennis's, you would know that it becomes very distinctly loud, like this sudden wall of sound coming from further down this way. So it sounds quite close.
What, you mean like down, like if a ping, like here, this kind of direction?
Yeah, going this way down, yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
So Mr. Burbles would not have heard anything?
Oh, I didn't see Mr. Burbles roll. Mr. Burbles would
Oh.
have heard it coming from this direction. And if actually with that, I'll say it's more of that direction. I'll give him that point.
His head will perk up as he squawks at everybody.
Okay. Nadryn, is that everything?
Yep, that's everything.
It is the
I'm
Catableeps'
so
turn.
scared. I'm so scared.
As it will try and swing its giant club tail down at Neil. A 12 to hit.
Doesn't hit.
That is a miss. And then a 2. Okay. Then Zolk, Scott, Sogeg, and Dennis. Give me a perception check.
got this.
You got nothing, soggy boy.
Perception. I really don't.
Okay.
Follow the leader.
Scuds and Dennis, you would stumble slightly as the stones beneath you rumble as something moves through them. And in fact, Dennis, you would notice through the hole you just made, I'll move you just to the other side so you can actually see into it. So the hole you just made in the wall, a giant scorpion-like creature pulling itself out of the ground and pacing back and forth.
Okay. Oh shit.
Scuds.
All right, Mr. Burbles hearing something is going to stand up.
Mike. Oh, what is he going to though?
Oh gosh. Huh?
Yes.
Oh fuck.
Needs to roll a d20. Okay,
Yeah.
he is.
All right. He's gonna stand up and squawk as he runs over to here, skid around the corner as he runs around the other way. And Skuts is going to shrug as she looks at Sogeg and Zolk.
At the same
She
time as your
too
two
will-
halves of your face is split.
Yeah, they just kind of
Wobble to either
flop a little
side.
bit disturbingly. Yeah.
Oof.
She doesn't know where he's going though, and he's going slow, so she's not gonna go much further than he is. What is it, boy? Did Nadryn fall down a well? And that's yeah. Nah, she's trying to figure out what the heck Mr. Burbles wants. So that's my turn.
Okay. Need to roll some dice. Alright. And this guy is just going to follow his instructions, get to about here. Pull up another Acronian salute to Sogeg for awaiting your instructions. And it is Sogeg, your turn.
My instructions. A mighty foe. To prove our might as Acronians, we must fell mighty Ishaq. Forward! As I will lumber this way. Doo-dee-doo-dee-doo. Doo-dee-doo. Was there a door? Did Dennis make a door in this wall?
Not in that wall, no.
Ursus. Doo-dee-doo-dee-doo. How's that? I need to
No, whether
measure.
you want to make a wall or make a door in the wall.
Oh, you know I do. As I walk over to the wall and I say, "Wall, reveal your secrets." As I stab it with a Zeiston.
Make an attack roll.
Now, what I could do with that? I don't have Ring of the Ram thingied at the moment. Zeiston, slam.
Okay, yeah, you stab clean through the wall. Dennis, on the other side, you suddenly see the tip of a spear come through the wall as everything beneath it crumbles briefly. So if you want to move through the other side, Sogeg, you can.
I would like to, please.
Okay, I will move you and Pogeg over there. But as you
Hello.
push through it, the wall closes behind you.
Now, with multi-attack, how does it work with one melee and one javelin throw?
It's
can't, right?
still no, it's still
You can.
2 attack actions. So yeah.
Then I look to Dennis and go, "This place is the best." As I'm going to scream at the ant and say, "Die!" As I throw, I throw a javelin at it.
Okay.
Push swing.
I need to.
I would trust that hits.
Oh, what did it actually
reckon
roll
that
for
hits.
its initiative? So I need to re-add it to the
You
order.
rolled a 19
So,
before. I think you did.
16.
Or was it a 16?
Okay. As you throw a javelin into it, it goes clean into one of its way too many legs and snaps it off. As you can see that it wasn't really attached properly.
Oh, Granny's really letting the side down. Pogeg,
poor
I will
creature.
move. Actually, no, I've got a bonus action still. So my bonus action. Oh, that wasn't a melt. Would my Wrathful Smite have gone off when I stabbed the wall? It was a melee attack.
Does Wrathful Smite need to be against a living creature? Or is it on your next attack?
Time you hit with a melee weapon. Yep, it's not.
It would have gone off against the wall.
I need the wall to give me a DC
I'm not going to
15
roll
wisdom
for the
saving
wall.
throw, or it's frightened of it. I've
The
been
wall is immune to frightened.
I didn't realize that Wrathful Smite makes creatures afraid of you.
It does.
I probably should have been using that more.
It is very useful.
It's very good. Well, now I have a bonus action I can use on other spells, which is always good. So you know what I'm going to
Because
do?
you mean other spells, you mean just Compel Duel?
Maybe. It's not going to be as good now. I look to the ant and I say, "Mighty ant, crafted by Granny, you must be a noble beast. Fight me."
Is a wisdom save.
And we'll not claim its skull as Granny owns this skull.
You hear it in ant as you speak. You've got always on speak with animals, I believe.
I do.
You hear it in its frantic ant voice as the rage of Mogis infests its mind. You know what? You sent me to that damn hag. I'm gonna take your skull.
Oh my god. You see Sogeg's loincloth slightly elevate as my respect for this ant cannot get bigger. As Sogeg just lets out a primal roar that those of Mogis would understand is one of great admiration and respect for this ant. Pogo's going to eat its soul, though. Pogo's going to soul drain it.
Soul drain. Okay. It is a Constitution saving throw. It will pass. So it takes half
I knew
damage.
it would. It's too noble, this great creature. It's too good.
So it'll take 6 psychic, and Pogo will heal 3.
No.
Just nibbled off the edge of its soul. You didn't get a good bite.
I am a turn.
Okay, Dennis.
Sure. I
So
see this and I just go.
you also saw the giant scorpion not only just come through the wall and throw a javelin at this ant, but another one come through the floor in the room you've just left.
Nice.
Because with your spell, that hole is still there temporarily, so as long as the spell lasts.
Yes. I can tell this one because he's got red graffiti all over him, I guess.
Actually, no, that hole would have closed by now because it only lasts for one round.
Okay.
And these, you can tell there's magic in these walls.
But I mean, I can tell who this one is, definitely.
Yeah. Well, he's got your face, so yeah.
Yeah. He's got like my graffiti all over him and everything. So I'm going to do this on Footface right here.
Okay.
Flame strike.
Dennis is just like a new toy and he's like, I want to test this.
Yeah. So it's a dex save. And it's a fail.
Oh, no.
So it will take 46 fire and 46 radiant damage.
Very nice.
Wonderful.
Ignore that 8 radiant.
I was going to say that's
shouldn't be.
so that is 32. It bursts into glorious flame. It is still alive, but it is squealing. You can hear some of the false legs popping as the water inside it escapes its chitin.
And then I'll just move. And then he'll take Spirit Gardens if he moves or does anything else. Cool.
All right.
And that fire will stay around him as well. I think it does.
Does it? No, it's instantaneous.
Instantaneous. It just burns and then goes. Yeah. Okay, cool.
So you're going to move forward and force it into Spirit Guardians?
Yep.
Okay. I believe that's a wisdom save.
How wise is this?
It fails, so it's going to take the damage.
It's only on its turn, that though, isn't it?
It's when it first enters the Spirit Guardians is ridiculous because you just walk back and forward between everything. Everything dies.
17.
I do it in Baldur's Gate all the time. It's
Behold
so
my cheese.
I did it in Baldur's Gate too. It's so strong.
It takes 17 radiant.
Very nice.
And it's got half movement now.
Yep. Anything else, Dennis?
I can't do anything. I
Fantastic.
just
We are
laughing
men.
undercommon, just like
Zoe,
because I'm choking on my beard.
So I just
All a bit
watched
messy.
Sogeg go through the wall.
you watch Sogeg stab the wall and it closed behind him.
Who is this? This is not someone I recognize. Who is this?
This seems to be the person that Sogeg was repeatedly saluting to.
I'm
Cool guy.
gonna not draw his eye just yet.
I call him Mini Sogeg. Good dude.
I'll just
Sogeg
catch
the
up with
Fifth.
this. Guts.
Honorary
and
Pogeg.
we dash because
Being
I don't
sensible.
think of anything else I can do.
Okay. Nadryn. Still dealing with the cataplepus.
Yep. Neil is just gonna continue to bite. Come on.
That's a miss.
Neo.
That actually hits. And he finally does it. As he chews through the leg of this cataplepus, it falls in a heap.
Finally. You did something, Neil.
You did it.
Don't be mean.
Kneel on me.
And with that, he is gonna. I need to zoom in a bit. 20, 25, 30. We're just gonna skull away.
It just you walked in there, murdered it, and walked away. Such is the good dude's way of doing things.
How we do it.
Best
That's how
way.
you do.
Yeah, that will be me.
Okay. Roll some dice. Okay. Neil would hear a gurgling sound immediately from behind. As the cataplepus does not want to stay dead.
We ignore that this is happening.
Probably wise. And then Ishaq, he's going to do his thing. Scuts.
All right, Mr. Burbles, which way? Is he able to make any sort of? No, because it's off of sight or smell, and that was sound. And this is the end of the hallway, so he's just gonna do his best and keep dashing. Until he gets to the end of the hall, and he's going to just try to sit there and listen, and Skuts is going to run up, shrugging as she goes past Zulk. She's gonna try running down this first hallway.
Okay.
I think she can get about that far.
You definitely hear the sounds of fire and cooking meat from further down that hallway. And Mr. Burbles wouldn't even need to make a check to get a foul smell coming from this one.
If he dashed for an action,
Like a
would he be able
sulphurous
to
smell.
do something like that?
Yeah, he can
Okay.
dash with his action if he wants.
No, he did. Yeah.
All right. Oh, it's more
I'm
just
saying
that
he
he
can't make a
with
perception check
with his
and-
just keen smell, he's close enough to be able
That's
to
what
pick
he
it
would
up
pick up
without
from it.
needing to make a perception check.
Okay.
Okay, and
So
then
he's gonna start heading for the food.
Well, no one's around to hear it, so something happens. Don't worry about it.
Won't.
Well, this one's been compelled to try and duel Sogeg, but can't quite get to him. So he's going to start his turn in the Spirit
Aw.
Guardians and immediately die, probably. That was a fail.
Do your check. Oh dear. 3d8. Goodbye. Six.
Like, really?
Disappointment.
Oh, wow.
Double
Ultimate
one.
Disappointment.
Well, it'll have disadvantage on its attack because the only thing it can get to is Dennis. But it's compelled to fight Sogeg. So it is going to try and bite you, Dennis, and it's going to try and sting you, and it's just can't get through your armor at all.
How come it's at disadvantage?
Because you've compelled it to duel. So if it tries to
of
attack
course,
anything
yeah.
that's not you, it's a
I'm being a
disadvantage.
dingus.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hiding behind the dwarf. You coward.
Okay. You won't give it any of
Take a
these
second to
ones,
that.
so I'm just going to remove both of those from the turn order, and you'll find out what happens. Sogeg.
Behold my glory. As I look to the beast. I hurt it last turn, so I have advantage on stabbing it. Wahoo. Also, I'm really excited to stand 5 feet next to that guy, because a rule we have not used in the entire campaign is the Hoplon rule.
Pantry.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes!
I've got
You
one
get-
as
never
well.
use Hoplon.
You've got
Wait, you have
the
Hoplon still?
phalanx, yeah.
So me and Dennis, while we're next to
While
each
you're
other,
next to
plus
each
one
other, you get a bonus to your AC.
Whoa. Feeling
You don't want to be
strong.
giving me more bonus.
I grip my Zeiston with
what
2
actually
hands.
is the bonus? No. I mean, you have
Plus
to
one.
use
It's
it
plus
to
one.
get that bonus.
Yeah, you
but
have to actually use
you
it.
get +1 AC, so long as an advantage on dexterity saving throws.
It's pretty juicy.
I mean, it just gives me normal dexterity rather than
Yeah.
disadvantage.
So, are you two-handed
Okay.
stabbing the ant?
Oh, I am. Swing.
Okay, you stab it into the floor, and it hisses, curses your name in Antish as it bleeds out. You didn't
A
declare this
single
one skull
tear.
for Pogis, and no points for this.
I look to the ant and I say a subtle word. He was the best of ants.
It was your
Praise be
destiny.
his name. He has a special place in the halls of Pogis. As I instantly forget Ant-Man's name, I will turn around and I will stab this wall, attempting to go through it.
Okay,
Swing.
if you stab the wall,
Uh-oh.
would you like to go through it?
I would love to.
As you go through it,
Yes.
You really wouldn't.
as
I
you
look.
see, and I will zoom in on his. How much did I upload his full artwork at some point?
I think you did last week.
I think I did.
No, that was the ghost guy. Sorry,
Oh,
so
it's
you
this
haven't
one,
this
right, hold
guy.
on. If I go quickly on to get everything out of the bloody way. Gem layer. Put that one down. And then. Okay, that should have popped up.
Oh,
You got the
Ishaq.
angry Ishaq. He is
I
mighty.
shout out.
You see him
Grand
coming down the steps of his great pyramid, this huge gleaming glaive in his hand, and then turns and spots you as you call out, and you can see this mixture of rage, confusion, and joy.
Yay! Grandpappy Ishaq, grandfather! And then I fall over and I pick myself up. And I look to him and I say, of Jewel will be legendary. As I point to his face. I don't compel him just yet. I'm going to dabble.
Are you
I'll
sure you
use
don't
my
want to compel
action.
him?
I don't think I'll need to.
You're probably not.
As I call on the powers that be. Behold that every single spell is a full action and not a bonus action. Yay, this one is, and I think I'll need it. As I call on to the powers of Pogis, the great symbol above my head. A shield of faith.
It is concentration.
It is. Oh, I could use my ruffle smite. What can you do? What can you do? Then, happy in my shielded faithness, Pogeg on my back with glee finally presses the big red button on the
You're actually going to
Epitonus
fire the Epitonus.
as the javelin of lightning that I loaded just hurls out and scatters along
Are you going
a
to
great trail.
activate the javelin of lightning as you fire it?
I sure am.
Okay.
It
So first of
forks
all,
lightning.
just roll to hit with the normal javelin, and then it does additional javelin stuff.
Javelin of lightning.
So it's a dexterity save, which is not good at. That's fine. He'll take it.
I'm not sure what White's rolled. Oh, sorry. So yeah.
He wouldn't get the +10.
No. It'd just be the 20. No, it'd just be the 16.
Well, you got a 15 to hit, so it'd be just a 16.
Yes.
But the bolt whizzes past his head, Pogeg not really good with his aim. His reach isn't that great. The lightning crackles down his body, and you see that sneer of rage. And as a believer in the power of blood and wrath, you can feel the joy radiating from this rage he's showing you.
Now, Pogeg finds some dirt in Sogeg's pocket, and quite sure how this is really work. But he sort of feebly throws some dirt in the air. How does that
The
work?
attack didn't hit.
It didn't hit. Also, it just didn't hit. Good point. He
And
puts
also,
the
I
dirt
think
away.
that should be worded as a
It must
melee
be
attack.
melee, right? Yeah, it has to be melee. It has to be.
Because I don't think if you had ranged attack, if you had
It's
like Eldritch Blast that's
just
like
throw it
300
really
feet and
far
just
away.
happen to
Yes, that
explode
makes
to a
sense.
powder of dirt.
You might do.
So is that everything?
That is Pogeg. Yes.
Okay.
Could you draw a little spear on the ground so I forget to remember to pick it up?
Here, I'll allow you the ability to draw again. If you behave
Is there a hole
yourself.
in
You
the wall?
fool!
If you behave yourself. There was, you saw Sogeg stab the wall and it collapsing behind him.
Okay, so there's no hole for me.
No,
Okay.
you would need to attack the wall to go through it.
I can use another spell slot. Yeah. I'll just use another version of Stone Shape because I've got 3 slots on that, so I'll use another one.
So are you using that to follow?
Go through. Yeah. I'm going to go and help him.
Yeah.
You really are my best friend.
But don't leave anyone behind.
Dennis faces unite.
True. Ishaq hasn't seen your face yet, has he? He's only seen the fact that
knows.
you are a scorpion man, which
I'm a
ignites something in
ginger.
him.
And I can't bop him on the head because I've already used my...
He will have to make a
Action.
save against Spirit Guardian, so...
Nice.
What I will do is
So good.
I'll step here, actually. But, well, Yeah, that'll do me.
Just remember, it is wisdom, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
wisdom,
wisdom
and it's
save.
DC 16. I think it is.
That's a
No,
fail.
he's going to get bopped. Nice. I love this ability.
Pretty damn great.
It's easily one of the best cleric spells in the game by a long way.
Clicked on it.
I
Oh, there we
think
go.
you've only got,
7.
because it lasts for. Does it last for 1 minute or 10 minutes?
10 minutes.
Yeah. Okay.
It's so mean.
That's why we bopped it on, because it was worth
Yeah.
it in a dungeon. On my own. Yeah, I'll throw it up. There you go.
Yeah,
It's
it's
10
for
minutes.
10 minutes. So
As a quick action, I'm going to use my epithet to menace him and make him target me.
Nice.
Have a look at how we've worded the menace.
The menace says a number of times you
As a
consume
bonus action,
bonus.
you can force the nearest 2 hostile creatures. So yeah, he's going to target you.
Yep. I'll do that to him.
Okay.
Cool.
Zolk.
And
go on.
Oh yeah, go on. No. I was going to say, sorry, you're going to have to forgive me being really rusty with this.
It's all right.
The channel divinity, is that an actual action? Because I can do the one where it gives us a bonus temporary hit points as well.
It should say in the description of it.
Yeah.
I believe it is it's either an action or a bonus action for the big.
Because if it's an
bubble.
action, I've already done it and I've already done my bonus. So yeah.
When do we get? Sorry, I don't know if this is it, but when do we get the temporary hit points for you being a?
This is what I was going to do.
That is it.
It's a channel divinity, and it's at the beginning of your turn when you start in it, if I remember.
Yeah.
And it's a 30-foot radius. It's huge.
Yeah. It's pretty goddamn
bonus action. Channel divinity.
Okay, so
nice.
Zolk, what would you like to do?
It's those abilities. So.
Did I hear which direction all of this is going on in?
You probably heard. Well, you would have seen Sogeg go through this wall.
Oh, that one. Okay. What's the worst that can happen? I'm just going to go full sprint and try and drop kick my way through the wall.
Yeah.
You break your legs and then you got half movement.
Go ahead and attack the wall.
I don't have an unarmed, so here is stick.
You stick hit the wall as you go through and come through the other side. No bones broken, surprisingly enough.
Oh, it's a dead end. Hello.
You see a dead ant.
Well, usually that's a good indicator of where the party's been, so I'll start scooting in that direction. That's me.
All right. Nadryn, you hear the gurgling of the cataplepas come back from the dead.
We're legging it.
Yeah, you killed it once. It's its own fault for coming back.
I think that's 30 from where he was. And we are both gonna use our actions to dash as well.
Okay.
And that will be us.
Okay. Well, it's going to follow the people that killed it, so get up there. Okay, it is Ishaq, and he is menaced. So all of his attacks have to go after Dennis. So you brought this on yourself, I guess.
I know I did.
So He
It's gonna hurt.
swings his new incredible glaive. A 25 to hit
That hits.
with 19 slashing and 8 psychic, and I need a wisdom saving throw.
You get +3 to this by
And I
being in
get-
my sheer magic glory.
Oh, Warcaster as well, so I get advantage, don't I?
No, that's only on
Constitution.
constitution, I think, concentration checks, which we'll do in a moment.
Concentration. It's wisdom. Sorry, +3.
There's a wisdom check.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, you're fine for that. Give me
Nice.
a concentration check, but at advantage. So this is constitution advantage.
DC 13.
Yeah, DC 13, which you've made
Nice.
it. Because Sogeg, your aura does affect Constitution save because it's still a saving
Yes,
throw. Yeah.
Just saving throws.
Okay. Is going to
So that's 26 damage you did to me.
lash out with his stinger. 15. Miss.
Think that can pierce us?
Try and I think it's within range for yes, yeah. Try and grab you with his claw with a 27 to hit
Hits me.
and
Ah, shit.
18 bludgeoning, and you are grappled.
That's
and
fine. I've got a
then
really nasty spell now.
he is going to slam the butt of his glaive onto the floor and demand that he will not suffer indignity. And I am going to roll.
Is that me?
And pulling themselves out of the stone.
Oh, cheaters.
Three kissable skeletons.
Like 3 beautiful princes ready to be kissed.
They're not as decorated as the one that you kissed. These are just regular Tomb Guard rather than their champions. But they will be added to the initiative.
Doesn't Mr. Scorpion have to do a Spirit Guardians again?
Oh, that is a good point.
Beat him just with Spirit Guardians. It's going to be glorious.
He's gonna be so pissed.
Everybody first. Then we've got Spirit Guardians. That's pass.
He's fine.
Does he take half on a success, or is it none on a success? On a failed save, successful saves that take half damage, so they still take half damage.
It's better than nothing.
Absolutely.
Take that, bastard. 8
So
radiant.
8 more radiant damage.
Bam!
And then I need
I
to
got this, buddy.
roll another dice. Okay. Scott, we are on to you.
She is going to keep legging it down this hallway, assuming that is where Mr. Burbles wanted her to go. So she has 45, so she'll be able to run around the corner and find herself face to face with Zulk.
And your ant friend, you just came in with a big old spear hole right through its body.
Oh, he didn't make it long. Definitely deciding that, same as Zulk, the logic stands, definitely party was this way. So she's gonna run another 45
Right.
this way.
Definitely not getting
Wow.
separated.
Mr. Burbles he's not doing anything.
We might want to start shouting.
Well,
loud
he needs to
against-
roll to see if he wants to do anything.
He wants to follow the food. I know he does.
He's
he
going to follow the
does.
food.
So he's gonna make it around the corner over here. Following the smell of food. And that's it. That's the
Mr.
turn.
Bowles will be able to see a deep green fog in the room further ahead.
Does it smell like the food?
If you call like decaying flesh food, sure.
Which we do.
I mean,
That was what he was smelling and following towards. So
it could be. It depends on, if your owner and whatnots are hags, they might consider
Yeah,
rotten
true.
flesh snacks, considering we were talking about Granny loving the delicious little flavor pockets that are the maggots. So
yeah, very true.
he's going for those delicious little flavor pockets, he is.
Okay.
Okay.
Is that everything?
Yeah, no. He's creeping off to go roll in the stinky pile. Yeah, he's doing dog things. We're good. That's my
Fantastic.
turn.
We have one of the guards coming in to defend the mighty king.
No.
Yes, they will come in. Wonderful. And slash at Sogeg.
That's funny.
A miss and a
No.
miss.
Slashy.
I look down to it. Pathetic. I hope it can see that I'm craning over, ready for a beautiful kiss.
Okay.
We'll win this fight by love.
Ant stays dead. Sogeg, get those kissing lips ready.
Now, looking around this whole room, so looking at these creatures, I assume do these look like mindless automatons? They've got like no personality at all.
Give me an insight check.
Effectively, I'm looking if they can be frightened of me. I'm looking at that through the lens of whether or not they look mindless.
You see that these do seem subservient. They're very clearly much more skeletal than a lot of the other sample. Compared to Ishaq, who is still full flesh and blood, they are definitely on the undead side. Probably don't have a great deal of brains left in the skull other than the sheer loyalty to Phobos. But by the remains of whatever their clothes were, they were once adventurers and the like that were thrown into the blood games in games past. They have been here for countless amount of years, continually dying until they've gotten to this status.
I will not show off my power move just yet. As I ask my first question of Ishaq, as I will just shout out, Grandpappy! How could you fail and be so weak to lose our kingdom? As I point to the ground and I demand your minions are no greater than mine, as I summon lesser demons.
Do you have the epithet active?
Sorry, I don't. I've got it as a spell. I've got it as a spell.
Okay.
I don't have the epithet.
Wonderful.
I take it back.
Are you sure you want to take it? You can still summon lesser demons.
I do have the spell, and then I do have a spell slot for it. I'll spend a spell slot. I'll make 8 chickens.
Let's make some chickens.
Specifically, around them. I summon a rift.
Okay.
Behold my army of chickens.
2.
So yeah, I thought I had that. I knew there was a reason why you were going to hate me at level 9 because you gave me a bunch of spells that I couldn't use before, and now I can use them.
6.
Whee!
7. 8, and then we'll get them actually organised. I love this spell. I can't be mad at this spell.
It's one of my favourites. It's so stupid.
It's so stupid.
It's so much better than it deserves to be.
Yeah.
It's so good.
It's sadly so much better than the normal summoned greater demons.
Yeah. Now,
okay, and then they roll for initiative and act all as one.
They do. Well, that's good.
And they go after the nearest non-demon.
I sure hope these aren't demons. Then I will.
You want, that would drop your
It would,
Shield of Faith.
but I do have my Zeiston out now. I'm not concentrating on my big boy. Not Zeiston. What am I saying? Anyway,
shield.
then I will look to Ishaq and just say, might is stabbing a guy through the face. Showing your fearful presence. It's also commanding loyalty and respect. As I crane down, I look to this little creature and I say, Sogeg loves you. As I give it a little kiss.
Oh, it's a little kiss.
Mwah.
Okay, wisdom saving throw on the Tomb Guard.
That's a pass.
That is a pass. Otherwise, it would have been charmed by you for a minute.
Stay right there. I'm going to kiss you again, you little shit.
Yeah, it doesn't have a limit.
It doesn't have a limit. Then
God, I love that epithet.
It's such a good epithet. I love it. Sogeg will stop momentarily, and Pogeg comes into play. Is Pogeg going to be useful? I don't know. Maybe. Pogeg is going to be useful, because I gave him a sick spell actually for his next level, for this level up. I point to this creature, and you just see Pogeg whispering in Sogeg's ear as his sort of head rattles a bit, and he psychically links to Ishaq. And I brain thought towards him. I am Pogeg Eternal. Your minions are mine. I am going to cast Enemies Abound on this dude.
Okay.
The first one. Intelligence saving throw.
Intelligence saving throw.
Oh, but shit, I should have read the next line. It automatically succeeds if you're immune to frightened.
It
It's
fails.
not immune.
So it is affected by Enemies Abound.
Yeah. So essentially, yeah, until if it's not
Every time it takes damage, you can repeat the save.
Yeah.
But otherwise, it goes at the nearest any creature.
And because I keep forgetting that I should be doing this, my uncontrolled magics, I am fine. For now.
Also, I'll probably use the button wild magic because it's more ridiculous.
Yes. Yes. It's Pogeg almost sad that he doesn't explode on Sogeg's back.
Maybe you can get an epithet to auto-explode.
As that'll be Pogeg's turn.
Okay. Well, this one, now surrounded by a fleet of demon cock, is going to try and thin out the hordes. Killing 2 of them.
You slice my cock, I will bring out more.
Okay.
The numbers of them are innumerable.
Dennis.
Because I'm grappled, can I still do spells? It's instantaneous. Not actually, yeah, it is. And also I can
grapple just
channel
reduces
divinity.
your movement speed to 0.
Okay.
Yes.
My channel divinity is not even an action. It's just a rule, like from what it says. It doesn't actually say what it uses as an action. Okay, yeah. No. Forget it.
Assume that was the turn undead one.
No. I was gonna do the temporary hit points because this guy is.
Was that? I thought that was as a bonus action.
No, because it's
Okay.
channel
It's
divinity.
switched
It's
off.
one of those
Yeah.
things, so it is an action. I'm screw it. I'm going big boy. I'm gonna just blow this guy away.
You can certainly try.
Wait. Well, there's one of 2 things that I can actually really do. One to myself, which I've already done. I'm gonna do this to him.
Nice.
Okay. So it's
But I'm going to do the
10-foot
10 foot
radius.
as, like,
I was going to
here,
say you're going to try and
well,
hit the.
or here. Yep.
Oh, that's cool.
well,
If I can
actually,
get 10
where's
foot
the-
from there.
So it's a 10-foot radius. So do that one essentially. Get all three.
Very nice.
Yeah, that's fine. It's not in my square. Cool.
Okay. They all need to make dex saves. First of all, well, actually, these would be at advantage. Both fail, and then Ishaq. Would pass. We'd only take half damage.
Still a fair whack.
And then the
It
one
is when
tomb
you do the
guard
damage.
would get would no longer be bound by enemies. He took
I see.
damage.
That was poor.
Oh my.
Okay, so they
God,
would
that was bad.
take 22 damage and 11 for Ishaq. Okay.
Also, the Guardians is only on their turn, isn't it? Or
It's
is it on
at the
mine as
start of
well?
their turn, yeah.
Okay. Because they can't move.
Yeah, you can't
As
leave
a
and come
bonus
back.
action.
Yeah.
No. You can cast cantrips as a quick action, can't you?
Only if
No,
they
usually
actually have the word as a casting time bonus action.
No, okay. Yeah. No. That's fine then. No,
Is that
that's
everything?
the roll.
Okay, we
Yeah,
have
I think it is. Yeah.
6 cocks. Let's see what they do. They're just gonna move into the nearest things. So we'll do 3 and
Devour.
3. What do they need to hit, and what's their actual bonus? Right, so it's that to hit, and then
They have a really good.
they are
bonus
easily
ability.
the strong for a challenge rating quarter.
Really
they
weird.
are spicy. Okay, so we'll do
It's gonna backfire one of
3d20.
these days.
Actually, we'll do 60-20 because they're attacking twice. If you were summoning any other type of demon, it wouldn't be as fun. But okay.
I was going to summon a celestial.
So it's 13.
pretty poor rolls, though.
So only one of those hit. Doing not magical.
They got limp last minute.
They did. It
Don't worry, the next 3 will do well. There where it's at.
and the next one's going after the other one.
Big rolls.
Okay, 3 of those hit. And it's the last 3, which is all the claws. So that will be 3d6 plus 6.
Nice, 14.
Okay. Now that was a bit more effective. It's keeping them distracted and trimming them down from a distance. Well, that is the power of Demon Cock. Okay, Zolk. You would
Zolk's
be able
learning
to
a new power.
hear coming through this wall the sound of these. The sound of combat. There's a lot of very loud spells going off.
All right. Can we Kool-Aid man through the wall as a rat?
You've done it once before.
Yes.
Oh,
And you're gonna do it again.
That's a bigger room than I thought it would be.
hello.
No. Well, I've moved 5 feet so I can scoot there.
This guy would get an attack of opportunity if you move past him.
I'd like to see him try with disadvantage.
I mean, he's going to try.
Watch him crit you.
He attempted.
No.
He made the attempt.
Oh, that 28.
Yeah. Yeah.
Alright.
What?
Eldritch
Splatter rock.
Cannon. 15 foot.
You're roasting all the chickens?
I'm gonna roast these two.
Okay.
And the button is there with. Oh god.
Fail and fail. Taking 20 fire on each. Okay.
Bucket. That's
Yeah,
me.
that bucket's doing good. Okay. Nadryn. You hear the thundering cataplepus rising from the dead behind you. But you could hear the sounds of a bell hitting a wall and combat from further up this corridor.
We are going to keep running this way. And as I turn around the corner, Skuts! Where's everyone else?
I don't know. You're the first one I found. Wait, no. Wait. She turns around. She shrugs.
There's a cataplepus this way.
Well, they must have gone back this way. She'll point back up the hallway she came down from.
I'll just run again, like use my action.
And yes, same result. You would be able to hit. There's very loud combat going off through this wall, and while it is a solid wall of sandstone, it's not like completely soundproof.
I think I can make it to there and then Neil. Neil can make it to there.
Is that everything?
Yep.
Okay. Well, the cataplepus. Continue following. Then we've got another of the tomb guard that are going to try and get rid of some.
Momentarily. That was really weird.
Get rid of some of these chickens.
No.
He's gonna kill 2 chickens.
Monster.
The thing is using these rolls against the chickens and not against the players.
Doing well, chickens.
And then it is Ishaq who is no longer compelled to fight only Dennis, but he's going to keep him in his claw as he'll stride towards Dennis, taking some light spirit guardians, but he doesn't care. Oh, actually, it would be a higher than that. It would be a 23. So he'd take half damage.
Nice. Rolls.
Yeah, still 10. As he will leaning close to Sogeg, the pretender. You're like, I do not understand what you dare to be in my presence, but you will bow. And I need you to make a charisma saving throw, Sogeg.
If I fail this, I cry. How do I roll so low?
Oh my god.
What's
As under his unyielding glare, you go prone as you kneel before Ishaq the Mighty.
Little does he know, though. He doesn't know this is my strong suit. I'm a master of prone.
And now that you're prone, he's attacking you with advantage, so
I respect it.
that's a crit.
Crit.
Doing 42 slashing.
Magical.
It is magical.
Damn it.
And 19 psychic.
42, 54, 61 damage.
And then I need a wisdom saving throw, please.
Behold. It would be advantage because I've been hurt, which is useful.
You get your own bonus.
No.
Then that is a fail.
Oh my word.
You do not regain. You cannot regain hit points until Ishaq's next turn.
Oh, I'm fine with that.
As a paladin, you usually do get your own bonus, but
Protection, I'm pretty sure it's... Oh no, I am wrong. You are right. Yes, it's... I always
played a paladin.
Yep, I got 20.
know the paladin way.
Then yeah, if you've succeeded, you can regain hit points on your next turn.
Yay. I always had that. It's just
whenever
friendly.
you were a friendly creature, yeah. Let me just sting you.
Is he advantage? Oh, yeah, he is.
Yeah, you are prone.
Damn it!
You are kneeling before him.
I'm curious how this works with him because I also have the same thing. Do I have to make the Constitution saving throw?
You would do because you're not immune to being paralyzed.
I am immune to poison though.
Oh, if you're immune to poison, then you're immune to being paralyzed in this way because it's poison that's paralyzing you.
Yes. So I double checked. It might not be poison. It might be thingamabob. Give me 2 secs. Oh, it's
definitely get resistance from being a paladin.
Disease. No, it's disease.
Is it disease? Okay.
So Constitution saving throw.
Constitution saving throw.
Pow.
That is a success.
Yay.
Because even if it was a 17 with your bonus.
I can just put that as a bonus.
And then he's going to keep his claws squeezing on Dennis. Which wouldn't be an advantage. 25 to hit and 15 bludgeoning.
That hits. I'm down to 35 hit points. Yeah, cool. That works.
Okay.
I'm cool.
I think that's where we'll pause it for this week. In the middle of the mighty boss fight with Ishaq, King of Kings, Lord of Phoberos. At least you've managed to find yourself in this great maze, although there is plenty of other things to find in here if you need to retreat. You've already managed to defeat Ishaq once, and he hasn't killed any of you yet, so you're definitely scoring points, which is good. But the fight isn't over yet. So, let's do our end of session wrap up. For story points. So, everyone gets a point of story for playing. Did you overcome a great challenge using violent or non-violent means? Yeah, you managed to defeat First Form Ishaq. Did you make a significant discovery or unearth any lost history? I don't think so, not yet. But I imagine that will probably happen next session. Did you act in a way that exemplifies the ideals of your patron god? I'll give a point to everyone. I think everybody was in character, essentially, this week. Did you perform an act worthy of a new epithet? Has anyone earned an epithet this week?
I mean, the rat for bashing down doors.
Kool-Aid rat, okay.
With a bell. I mean, that's pretty epic, that.
Can we give Sogeg like bardic inspiration, but with pyrotechnics?
Inspiring Grease, okay. Yeah, I will give him an upgrade to his Grease spell.
I've got to go. Thank you for the
no
evening.
worries.
It's been good.
No worries.
Take care, bud.
See you all next time.
But I think that's it for epithets, unless anyone else feels like they've done something worthy of stories being told.
Neil murdered a cat of Lepus.
Neil did most of... I mean, Nadryn did most of the damage, to be perfectly honest.
All right.
Yeah, I did.
Neil missed. He has a plus 9 to
He's got
hit.
a +8
Or it's plus
to
8.
attack with his bite and a +9 with his spit.
And it hit
And
twice.
he missed basically everything.
But the story's only told by the person that dealt the final blow.
He's getting lazy.
He might end up with Mr. Purple's cursed epithet soon. They must just be lazy and
Yeah.
lie on the floor together.
He's been spending too much time with Mr. Burbles, and he sees how Scuts treats Mr. Burbles, and like lets him get away with this shit. So now he's pushing his luck.
Well, he's gone from being like out in the wild living life to basically chilling with a spoiled brat house pet who's like, what? No, man, you just lay on your back and they give you scratches and treats. And Neil's like, what?
Okay. So, while we're on the pets, it is some loyalty points. So they get a point of loyalty for playing. Everybody gets a point of loyalty for fighting together. Did you sacrifice something for the good of your companion? No, don't think so. Did your companion perform an incredible action? I'll give a point to Mr. Burbles for getting that pretty much the finishing blow on first form Ishaq, getting the crit and setting him on fire.
Yeah, that was pretty ferocious.
Especially after doing nothing the previous turn.
Yeah, he's wonderful. I love him.
He's trying.
He could be so much more, but he doesn't have to be. He's perfect the way he is.
Okay, we'll leave it there. So yeah, thank you everybody for playing. Thank you everyone at home for watching, whether you watch us live on Scott's Twitch channel or whether you're watching the VODs over on the Safety Rantless YouTube channel. We will be back next week with more Theros Chaos, continuing the fight of the blood games, seeing who is mightier, Ishaq or the good dudes. It'll be 7:30 GMT, or I believe it's 11:30, whatever the time zone you're from, Scots.
Yeah, it's 11:30
I got there.
a.m.
I got
Pacific
part of
Standard
it.
Time.
It was the Pacific part that I forgot.
It's PST. I remember it as psst.
That's actually
The secret's
probably
out.
a better way of remembering it.
Yeah, mnemonic devices for the win.
Yeah.
Here's a good way.
Anyways,
Here's a good way of remembering ours. It's gnomes in training, GMT.
oh, I won't forget that one now.
Is it?
Hopefully everyone following along learned a way to remember the time zones as well. Interesting facts all around, always. So thanks again for joining. It is a week out from my birthday, so keep an eye out for
it's
some
also
kind
your
of birthday shenanigans. Oh yeah, it's my
anniversary.
stream 1 year stream.
Of-
1 year anniversary for hitting affiliate. So thanks to everyone who's been a part of that journey and showing up to the streams. It means a lot. It's been a lot of fun. So yeah, everybody take care. Follow me on socials if you want to find the go lives for all the shenanigans. And yeah, links for catching up over there on Alice's YouTube channel. Everybody take care. Have a good one. We'll be back next week for more chaos. Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.